Hello there, and welcome back to our the last play, Blight. The walkthrough. I think I decided to call this, the walkthrough Let's Play episode. So this is episode 2, and we're going to go by priorities. I'm going to try and explain a little bit more about the processes here of the priorities of the stuff you want to get done, and do a slight little recap in case you didn't watch all of the first episode, since it is 2 hours long. And I'll try and aim for another 2 hours of playtime here for this episode. And of course, the first priority was finding the best base location and all that kind of stuff from my tips video. And the next part is, of course, getting clay so we can build our kiln right there, and then we're gonna fire this thing up here and get this stuff all done for ourselves as we progress. But we're going to need iron for the next step. For now, we can actually start this because this hasn't started yet. It's been the new day. I think we got ready to go. And the next priority is going to be getting copper and getting some tin, because we're going to have to make our next crucible thing that we're going to need for ourselves. And then we're going to have to start getting a saw. So the main goal is to start to get a saw for ourselves, because we need to get the cover our bottles and make some some vinegar for ourselves, so we can start making some disinfectant for a longer supply of food, so we can do that less often. But we really want this grinding wheel too, so that means we need sandstone, we need the nails from that, we need the planks from the saw. You're also going to want to have a hand cart, obviously, so we can go there and grab some bigger resources, and then upgrade to iron right away. You want to get to the iron as fast as possible too. And now, of course, we were lucky enough to find a steel pick, but it has no durability on there, but it's still going to be good enough to help us get a nice jump start on mining. Without that, you're going to have to pick up everything by hand, but either way, then we have to go there and we want to get our bin tanning stuff done, and that needs planks and stuff too. So we need that already done, so we can actually start making some of that cloth. So then we can go to the swamp, and then of course get the slime and distill that and all that kind of stuff. So we need some walls and candles and all of that stuff that we need. So we need a lot, but it all starts with getting enough clay to start the process to be able to build the stuff that we need copper for. And that's where we're at right now, is getting copper. But for now, this doesn't take too much effort, so we can just sit there and ignite that. I think we can go to a minimum of just 4 coal might work, maybe sometimes 3, but these ones take a little bit longer. I was going to add some more clay too for this, but since we need more of clay bricks for stuff. But for now, we can get this stuff fired up there and ready to go as we're doing stuff. So yeah, we need to do another clay thing for ourselves. But we are good to go. We are full of food and stuff, and now we can go there and take off. And I think I was going to go in this direction here and scout out if there's any caves over here and some iron along the way, and then run back. And the next check is going to be there. But yeah, we need that copper first, and so that's going to be our main priority. So we're not going to really pick up anything. Just going to make the run for it. I said before, when you're playing this, you don't need to bring a lot of crap with you. You don't need to bring weapons and things like that. Even if you're going to run into animals, you can usually just avoid them without much of a problem. Then you can pick up any long sticks along the way, and then just use them to harvest, and make a spear and tell them to get lost, that type of thing. I'll still get some. Sorry, I'm still sick, but yeah, we can use. I don't really need to mark it off. I'm not gonna do that whole long process of making a big house. Even though I didn't actually do the last update. The last update says we have the roofs and things like that actually might matter for the longevity of stuff being covered and the environment. But if they don't go into the details of that, so which they really should. That would be a little bit more appropriate if they actually explained the exact details on that. So I'm on this side of the lake. I think... Well, that looks a little bit more rocky in over there. I can't really tell. I'll take this side. We got some clay here, of course. I knew there would be some. But... Well, there are usually some around the lakes. But that's going to be on the trip on the way back, because we want to get as much copper as possible. And a little bit of tin. Because yeah, we still need to make the copper stuff for the plate for the alchemy set. So you just need 1 alchemy set. You don't need more, but more is always fun. But that's just extra farming versus the small amount of time that's going to be spent down there. So yeah, maybe straight this way a little bit more. And we want to find these cliff edges. So we don't want to go to the top. We want to go on the edges here to see them a little better. But I guess I want to see both sides. Even though it's usually just the south and west side, it's not the north side. It isn't going to really have caves. But, yeah, you never know. There could be, this high up, there's easily a good chance to have, nodes of iron and stuff too, right? But yeah, there's just an abnormal amount of blight in our area. Try and slide down the hills. Don't press forward once you start sliding. And then you get to the area where you start falling. So there's a little tip for you when you're running around there, because you can easily take a lot of damage by falling. Even if it looks like a little bit, you still take a decent amount of fall damage. So yeah, we're getting close to cliff sides here. Too bad. There should have been like lots of copper. There we go. We got a cliff. We've got a cave right in front of us. Right in front of us, we got a nice cave there. Lots of junk. So we got a cave. We can just explore it first. See what we got. Some iron on the ground. Check the walls out while it's daytime. See if we have any of that red stuff nearby. Looks like quite a bit of iron chunks, and got lots of iron on the ground. And now there, hey, there's some copper. So, yeah, any copper is going to be good enough for now. And in the caves, you can't see the stuff on the ground either. So you just got to pick it up just randomly. But since we don't have to worry about our copper stuff, we can take the slow path right there. Oh, don't equip it first, obviously. So we'll just go back to 1, click, and then shift on that. And we can mine this the fast way. Well, our pick really sucks, but it's still good enough to take advantage of, right? And especially how slow it goes when you're on the regular speed. I don't think the last update said that they did anything with this. It was mostly tutorial help, I guess. As much as you might want to, get your stamina back the easy way by grabbing those blue crystals and using them to, just crush them up there, and they save space and they're less weight and all that kind of stuff. You want to save at least 10 of these guys for the quest. So that will be your first priority, is get that quest stuff out of the way, because that gives you the recipes you're going to want. You need that. Okay, I guess not. We got some red stuff right there, so we'll mine that too while we're at it. Well, I could just hit 1 to get rid of it. Do I got anything else in my inventory to do? No, nothing else in here is going to matter. Well, I could turn this into a spear for... Nah, why not? We won't do that. We'll just do this. Too bad hitting the 1 button doesn't work for that either, right? So that's why I'm going into the tab to do this little trick here. Because just hitting the 1 key to equip it doesn't initiate this part right there. That's another one. It's hard to see this stuff, right? Did you even notice that? Because it's not red. The lighting sucks when you're in the caves, and hopefully they changed some of this stuff. So we'll just click on that and tab. I like to watch it, because normally if you're just sitting there, you should just leave it like this and just, okay, blah, blah, blah. I'll wait till it's done, and then I can just shift click or drag click or whatever type of click you want to use to get this out of here. Or even just, I can just hit 1 now. That'll work. So there we go. We got those. And we can go back to mining this stuff here. All we need to keep is 10, so now we can actually get our stamina back by not doing that. So we can stop and get our stamina back and count these things. So how much is the stupid backpack? It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It is 10. Okay, that's neat. So this whole backpack is 10. I can't actually move that stuff like that way. Okay. So now we can easily count on how much of these things we can actually use. So I can do 1 of these. So craft and just do 1, and that will give us enough stamina to start with. On that one, equip the axe. No, we'll just go like that. Oh, it's done. I thought there was at least maybe 2 under there to go, right? Oh, yeah, I gotta remember. I can just hit 1 to do that, right? I don't have to go do tab twice. And it's all these little fine-tuning things I gotta keep remembering, because it's not something I did for the first time I played it or the second time. It's just something I learned near the end of my last time I played it. Is to do something like this, right? So this is what I mean by. So I got what 3 extra now, so I can craft and do 1, 2, 3, get some stamina back, and I got looks like 8 extra of the red. These things take a while. We don't need to crush. Yeah, just 3 of them is enough to get your stamina back, basically. So that's good to try and remember, because these things crush pretty slow. But yeah, we need some tin too. So just getting all this copper isn't going to matter too much now, is it? We got enough of this stuff here. We got a supply of copper. But we're still going to need to find a node with some tin on it too. But I want to do it twice. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that copper? No, that's just a small stone. 10. Okay, well we're pretty full. I'm gonna just dump this stuff. Give me those blue crystals. Yeah, well I should check all the sides because there's tin in these caves too, right? So I want at least maybe 3 batches of bronze to start with. So I should try and find at least this. Stamina stuff is killing me, so let's craft a couple of these. We gotta give them away, so check. Oh yeah, well one thing I know they said there's less leeches. Less of the time spent in the water for leeches, because that's pretty... Because the way it is right now, it was pretty lame. You walk in the water and 2 seconds later you're going to get a leech. So it's got a decent supply of iron and a decent supply of the red crystals, but since that's just for farming and they don't have anything decent for farming in this game, so they're pretty useless. We just want the 10. And check out the rest of this cave. This looks too high. They got to fix this cave generation too, because we don't have any way to climb up here. The climbing key doesn't work for this. We can't build anything early inside. You can't build a ladder in here. So there's lots of parts of these caves where you can fall down and get stuck and then you're permanently screwed. You got to kill yourself or reload your game because there's no way out because they made it impossible. So that's the last thing you want to do. We got one more pathway here, don't we? Is that the top of the cave? Okay, at least we got access to it. They can lead off to nothing. So, and this last area here looks like it's going to be a dead end right away. Yeah, no tin. But it's quite big, and there's lots of iron on the ground. We'll come back to it and see how much copper we can get, because you're going to need a lot of iron. I should take maybe 2 iron with us for sure. Actually, no, I don't need to worry about making the steel pick too badly. I can save it for later. And always keep your eyes and ears open, because bears and wolves and stuff will hang out by the cave. So we got a decent cave right here. But what we want is our main goal, and we're here now. We can make our stockpile of stone just in case. In case we want to build stone walls. We might want to come back with our cart, once we get that done. Come back with a cart and carry a lot, because iron is also bloody heavy. And it's iron is large chunks, so yeah, we don't want to carry too much of that, and we can't carry too much of that. And they take up quite a bit of space too. Copper. Where are you? Let's double check where I'm going. Going this direction. Try and look far away. See if I can see any type of tin or copper along this edge here. Or go the other direction. And yeah, I'm really good at going the right direction first when I don't want to. That is my special skill. I'm uniquely qualified to go into any dungeon and go the right way first when I don't want to go the right way first. And if I want to go the right way first, yeah, there's no chance in hell I'm going to get it. That is just what I am qualified to do. And it's not bullshit, it's not lies, it's just a sad fact. I've tried to disprove it many times. Many, many times. It just doesn't work. Like finding copper. Like I can find all this iron, but I won't find copper unless I don't want it. There we go. There's a copper node. And hopefully we have some tin nearby, which we don't have. And, oops. Yes. H is right beside that G button for me. And fat finger this. We also got lots of small stones here, so we'll just... It's faster just to make a stockpile than it is to drop them all individually. I don't need that and that. And organize that. So now we found some copper, so I should mark it off since it was such a pain in the ass to find. See two nodes here. And there's some tin right there, so good. So there was some nearby. There is usually some nearby. And we'll slide down there. Ah. And the sad part is I can actually see. It's not dark out, so not dark in it's daytime, so it's bloody hot. Yeah. Even though you do want to upgrade this pick if I'm going to go out there and mine some iron. I can do this, and it still looks like it's a lot faster. And yeah, I could do 3 more. And lots of red stuff here. Gonna try and narrow this down. Just counting off. So yeah, I could do 3 more of the blue stuff. Oh, that's stupid me, right? You're probably laughing at me already. I didn't just look at this right here and see the number. I don't need to count this stuff. Why am I counting it, right? Why? Hopefully people were like saw that before I did, so you can laugh at me. Yeah, tab, not yeah. Tab, not cap locks. Oh, I gotta adjust my position. I just got a different chair, so my height is all different. Not as squeaky. That's probably enough, but I can start crafting this. See, I can do 9, but I'll just do 3 to top off my stamina, and and lower my inventory space too, right? Because that's the other priority. Okay, and yeah, we got these big stones here. Just dump them off in case we come back. So we got enough tin, right? That's that's enough tin to get by. That's going to be like that's like 5 loads of bronze. So we want more copper to make up for that, so we can actually start mining that copper that was there and get that done. And I think I'll take the stuff in here first. Put that and. And make some room for ourselves. Yeah, at very worn conditions, but this is definitely going to be faster than running around there and finding more loose copper underground and doing multiple trips. So this stuff has the same speed. They need to get more detail on under a minute and stamina regeneration and all that kind of jazz. And I want that bigger backpack because, this extends to like a whole bunch bigger area. They also need to make it so I can actually move this. I thought you could before, like maybe earlier on, I think you can move this stuff. I know you can make this UI bigger, but UI scaling or something that was pretty bad. They said they fixed it a little bit in the next patch, but I have doubts. Nice and slow. Yeah, hit 1. Craft. There we go. That's the last of it. We have our 10 for our quest because that's going to be like the first thing they're going to say when they give us the next letter, which was 2 days, which is like 1 day from now. It says, go to the caves and find this stuff right here. Give us 10 of each. We'll teach you the recipe, which you can use right now. You can use that recipe right now. There's no issue with that. And there's no point in dropping that because I'm going to pick all this crap up anyways. And I'm not going to pick it up the slow way, 1 at a time. That's for sure. But yeah, so that's 10. How much copper do we want? We want at least 16, right? For 2 loads, and 3 loads would be better. So we got 10, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So what's 24, right? So 4 more copper, and then we should be golden. And oh, we got 1, 2 for copper pieces. So we just need 2 more pieces. And where's our stockpile of large stones? Yeah, it's not too bad of a trip. And small stones. Okay. Well, we picked up a lot more of the blue stuff that we can get rid of, but it looks like we're going to have enough. We got 24 right there, so we got a little bit extra. So that is 4 loads of that stuff. So we are good to go on that. And we're taking care of ourselves, so we don't need this extra blight right here, and we don't need that one either for ourselves. And we can put that back. And yeah, I had 10 more in my offhand, so yeah, there we go. So I got more than enough of each of these, and I got some stamina to burn. But yeah, let's go back and get our clay and the rest of the clay that we need. So let's go towards that lake right there, which was this way. No. And take a big look around for any huts. We have a little bit of room for stuff. And the stuff you can find in huts can be awesome because, you know, you can find the clay jugs you need, like, right? You found this iron thing. I thought we could disassemble those big iron things, but you can't, which sucks because it takes 30 iron to make an animal, which is kind of, you know, well, I guess it's accurate for this game, but it's still a pain in the ass to actually make one. But at least they made it so you can use a stump because trying to get 30 animal to make anything is just ridiculous for progression. But it's probably going to be reworked in some way. They need more recipes. Like they're so narrow-minded in this game that it's you know, you don't have any. They want to try and be realistic in some type of fashion for the cheap graphics they have, and you can't do it. It's an impossible goal with this type of setup in the first place. So trying to get it done like that is irrelevant, and trying to make it realistic is going to be futile, basically, right? So trying to do that as much as possible is okay, but trying to be serious about it is not, because it's just not gonna. It's not gonna work out that way. So just, you know, go with what you have to work with, and having everything narrowly to just one way to do something is not the way to go either for this type of game. These type of games, you need to build. You have more options, like, you know, especially like the building options that you might have noticed and other things. Like you can't build stone walls on like the big lumber foundation, the walls and things like that. You know, you have only 2 roofs. You know, you could try maybe have something else for roofs, like wooden plates. Maybe, you know, people do that. They put, you know, wooden shingles. You know. But yeah, you can't even make wooden plank walls on a regular foundation. So, like, you know, lots of things like that is like, you know, what the hell? Why is there just one way to do stuff and things like that? So they need to really update that, especially for the cooking. Like, you know, I know they're going to do a lot of work on it and get some real recipes maybe later on and for food and stuff like that. But there's like right now there's like 0 food that you would grow in this game for at the end of the day. So there's nothing you would is actually worthwhile growing when it takes a week at best for some of the regular stuff. Get in there and get that last piece of clay. I don't want to waste it. I need a shovel. Dig up a lot better, no more space. Yeah, well, small tin ore. It's in the water. Now let's leave one place. I'll dig it up. See, look at that, slide right off there. It's full. Okay, back we go. Anyways. And yeah, I got nothing else in my inventory, so I'm just holding that clay. So now we can't fight or I have to drop something. But I think our direction was totally the wrong way. I know I had to go around this, but totally the wrong way. So yeah, that first option where they have realistic or not realistic, well, realistically, you could, you know, you're in the world yourself. You're going to be able to make landmarks and signs and stuff like that, and that type of thing to know which direction you're going. Like, you know, even simple things like mark a tree so you know which direction you are, or you know, simple things like like, you know, there's books in this game, so why can't I just take a book and make my own makeshift map on it? You can't do stuff like that, so it's not realistic. Like you can normally, even if you have no skills, you can draw a basic map. You know, okay, this is here. There's some trees here, and it's like, you know, roughly this much direction towards here where there's other stuff. So they give you a real map basically, right? Instead, but I think the realistic version, you can't look at the map like this way and put map markers on there. Well, it's your map. You should be able to mark off and write down whatever the hell you want anywhere you want. And at least this game allows you to do that, but they don't call it realistic mode, I don't believe. But that's why I don't agree with that type of logic for these type of games. Because you're not gonna be playing this full time. You need to come, leave and do other things and come back. It could be days later, weeks later. You want to come back, and then you're not gonna remember everything like if you were actually there for real. So the realistic part is flawed. I don't know if I had copper anywhere. I thought I did have copper and tin right over here. And tin. And tin, because our molds are right there, and we got some of this rock stuff, which is just a waste of space for now, and the dust, and our fish is pretty low. Our food. Okay. This wasn't okay. It is cooked. Okay, that's okay. Something went on there, right? They're just a little bit thirsty. That was all. Oh, this stuff is 0.5. That's pretty bad. This is smoked bass meat, right? Maybe the different fishes are different. It says 2%, 6.6. It's giving me a little bit extra blight there. I don't think that's a good number. 0.5 for 6. They need the details on the food quality and stuff like that at 100% for this stuff. Because that looks a little bit fishy to me for some reason. Only one fish? That's odd, right? Okay, that's ready. We got clay. This stuff here is ready. And we are building some other stuff. There's a fish. It's because you're far away, right? Everything's set the wrong way in this game. So we got our big jug, we got our clay pot, and our saw blade mold. So we place this. And the other mold we have, right? We have other things we can in this one. I should just grab everything, right? Since we're making stuff right now. So the clay pot is going to be our water pot or other. So we'll just stick that there for now. And this clay pot we'll use to cook the water for now. So that means, keep clicking on that. That means we should just get rid of that. Put that there. Actually, I don't know what I'm doing. Organize your stuff properly. Just take this and chuck this. Yeah, you don't need that. Use this bigger pot here for cooking our water for now until we make the other one, which we're doing in a second. But let's get that ready to go and toss that. Excuse me. God damn it. This flu shit needs to go away. Anyways, kilns are done burning. No, we want it smelting, and we want this crucible. So we are going to do this near here. We should do it maybe on this side. Well, it doesn't really matter now, does it? Closer to our base area here. Yeah, this doesn't have there's no front end of this, is there? So it doesn't matter. We'll try and make it lined up with this because that's going to be our stump. We're going to put something beside it on one of the sides. So, right here, I guess, is good enough. So I need to fire up 2 more bricks at least, and then 2,000 mud mortar. And then we can start doing our saw blade here, and then we can place that guy there. And of course, we have to sit there and build the bloomery too. So that's more, and the other stuff that we gotta do, right? So let's get started. was holding Alt, right? Hold Alt, take half, take the other half, put that back. Craft. So I need at least 2 of those to start with, and I want the big bowl for real cooking. That's the clay pot. Yeah, I think it's the big clay pot one. I think, yeah, not the clay bowl. Yeah, the clay pot. Like that. And then we need some mud bricks too, don't we? Let's see how much we can get in here with this pot and bricks. So that's the minimum we need, and we need 2,000 of the other stuff with mud. Oh, we need mud mortar, so yeah, that's 700 right there. We need 2,000. We need more than that. I'll just do that. I'll just get enough to make craft with. That should be good. Yeah. And the next thing we got to build is going to be the heat furnace. And I'm going to put it on this side for now. Yes, I got room for lots more. But anyways, we had that basic thing done. We need to fire up this kiln, and so we need another piece of charcoal here. Grab some of that, and grab some of this, and some twigs, and there we go. And make a lot more clay bricks. We'll just take, we'll just fucking take it all. Stop thinking too much. You think too much, you're gonna like waste your time. We need a lot of bricks. That's the fundamental thing. Oh, stop right there. We should do the clay molds first. I guess we need that one too. Get that done. Now we can go back to bricks. I don't think we needed anything else. I didn't double check. We got no more clay. That is cooking. So next thing is a little bit more clay, and we probably take the quick, easiest side right now for ourselves. We're actually low on water, very low on water. We're not saving any, and we can actually cook it up now. So we'll just empty this guy out and put it all there. We need to cut some trees down too. So we have bass here, and it says it's smoked, right? And we'll stash it. Did I clicked boil, right? Okay, good. It'll take a while. We will check some of the other fish out there and see what they are. Sucks having it. So we got the bass, trout. Oh, it's just trout. %, 4%. It's getting pretty bad already. Cut it up and see. Okay, the bass says 2. This says 2. It says, it says the same amount of meat, so I don't know why the other meat looked like it was better. When it was smoked, I know I got more out of that stuff than I did with the bass. The other stuff was closer to 10. It had a lot less corruption, I think, than this. But anyways, that's all we need. Toss him back. Toss that in the river. Fish food. And clay. Get more clay as that's going to be our first thing that we should worry about now. Is getting clay. Hey. Oh, is it just being... Got some clothes here. We don't need to gather that. I got a dead rabbit sitting there. We are close to our stuff, and we might as well take this. Actually, no. We'll just pick the whole thing up. I should just picked it up. That would be better. I think that might keep it fresher for longer. This riverbank is very bad. And we're getting close to the town, right? Yeah, this is the town's edge, so getting clay off there is useless, so this is a dead end for now. River's flowing that way. Stop it. And another one, right? Yeah. I should have gotten the update. So I can avoid crap like that so often. Let's see. Yeah, there's not much clay. That's enough to get by. I know that's clay. Can't fool me. Get out of the water. You can get leeches that way. That's all the clay. I'll take this stuff here. I think we went on the far side. We only got this way here to go next. What else do we got besides clay and junk? Wow, thirsty. Well, got the rabbit. Cook it up. One fat. 2 minutes remaining. Oh well. Bigger clay pot and candle. Let's place this guy near our fire pit somewhere. Good enough. And I don't want to craft it yet. We want to place it first. Stockpile. Yeah, if I just took cough medicine like an hour ago. Back and we'll get this built. Okay. And now we need fuel, of course. Actually, let's stop that. I'll put this back. And we will grab... Do I got the fat on me still? Yeah, I got the fat on me, so we'll take this guy here. Trapped creature. Kill it. He's been in there for a while. We want the fat. Craft, and we need a stick. Get a torch. Okay, so we got this. I thought I picked up the other stuff. Didn't I? Oh well. And we need copper. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8 copper. So we can put this shit in there. This is done, so we can eat it. Take the pot out and just place it on the ground. Take the bigger pot. Now we got our real cooking pot. Which to put in our hand. There we go. Now we got our. Now we are upgraded to our real cooking pot that holds 1,000, so we can boil a real amount of liquid. And we got our jug right there to place it. And the next step is actually cooking this stuff, and we need a piece of tin. Crush that. Where's my... I don't have a rock, do I? I don't want to waste flint on that, so... Crush one of those. Oh, I forgot the crucible. Did I forget the crucible? Oh, shit. I can't do anything without the crucible. Now, I should have... I thought I would have crafted one. Well, shit. Crucible. You know, doesn't take very much. Could have fired the other way. So let's double check everything just to make sure. We don't need axe. We just need some more clay bricks. We got a jug. We could get a second one, so we might as well. We don't need 2 of those. We don't need any of that stuff. We don't need tiles. We don't need 2 of those. We don't need any of that stuff. So no, we don't need any of the other stuff. So we can just do the rest and clay bricks, which is not very much. We'll just take it all and make it all clay bricks. And just chuck the rest, right? Well, never chuck it, just save it for later. But we have to get this done, so take all that away. It's not much, but we'll do that. And we'll put like 3 probably won't finish that off. I don't think. We can test it again, but now that we got a torch, we can easily ignite this stuff. And we are crafting this. So yeah, we need the other stuff, and I think the there is a requirement on this workbench that we have to worry about. Like, I think the workbench has to have a roof. I think. Maybe not, but you probably should. Anyways, I need more wood for my fires and stuff. Can't neglect it all. So, look. And I want a wagon. Young tree. There we go. Oops. No, stop it. Don't cut the thing down. Pick it up. We're going to extend our base with tall posts. I'll try and angle it. Now I don't really need to angle it. I could just make an extra wall on that side. Luckily, there's lots of young trees nearby, right? Because you're so damn slow. Maximize the range. There we go. Yeah, all this stuff is done right away, so but that only this one here takes that long with this stuff. So you don't need very much time to actually get this stuff done there. But our main goal was to get this started. So we can get our perfect amount of bronze and our coal there and our torch. Where is my torch? There it is right there. And these branches can go away. Oh, wrong button, buddy. Wrong button. Don't take it apart. Bad idea. Extinguish. Jesus Christ. There. At least it tells you, it warns you how much time you need, right? So that's nice. Where's our circle here? We're gonna have to make some more. But for now, we can just do one at a time. Need 3. And I can't hear it very well cooking from there. So the next part is getting big sticks, I believe, and building our roof. Stick rafters. Doesn't matter. Lots of rope needed. More of those. Don't have it. And 10 rope. Do have. Looking for sticks. Yeah, it's usually faster just to run around and pick up long sticks than it is to try and cut down trees and get them. They need to adjust that so you can actually break apart the big trees into long sticks if you wanted to. Do we have lots of salt dandelions? No, we didn't make a supply of that yet. That's okay. We still want some more water. Yeah, I got 91% on that jug. So yeah, you did need more for that bigger one. How much did I put in there? Put in like 3, right? So yeah, you did need 4 for those big jugs. It takes quite a bit. I think. What does it say there? 91%. Yeah. So like 1 more piece of coal will do it. Yeah, I don't have to worry about reigniting it or anything like that anymore, right? If I did the torch, so I don't have to worry about that nitpicking stuff. I can try and maximize my coal and time if I can in any little way possible. But on the other hand, I should keep a stack of coal on me and my eye on this because, like I said, well, like I didn't say, I need to use this. Huh? Lost the mold. What the hell? Don't pick it up. I thought that was already fired. Yeah, it says mold. Empty crucible in the blade. Okay. I think I was trying to pick it up. I hit the control there. Yeah, I don't have to hit the control for this. It's control for the water. So yeah, these things are always sometimes they go back and forth and confuse me when I'm trying to do other things at the same time. Because, you know, water is like, you know, you got to hit control and click. You got to hit control and click and light stuff. But the clay mold stuff, you just pour it in and go from there, right? Anyways, we needed 8 of these at least, and we needed 1 of those. Let's get crushing. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 crushed. And they really should have added pebble walkways. That would have been cool, right? Pebble pathways. Smelt the next batch. Dump it in. We're cooking. The saw blade is complete, and we need a stick. We got lots of sticks. We need to finish this. Probably all we can carry. So let's pine branches and wood for our fire. So let's just cut down our regular tree for now. And yes, trees falling on you will hurt you, and they will destroy any objects that are underneath it too. So they will break your buildings or anything that has hit points. They'll break. So they don't break stockpiles, but they could break something like that on you, and they could break, you know, besides killing your rabbits and stuff, they do that too. If you drop stuff onto them, but your wagons and carts and stuff like that, they all break. I did that. Cut down a tree and broke my wagon. It's funny. Then you're gonna put it all to get back together again. I still need 7 rope. 2 more rope, right? 5. 6. Wrong button. Control and Alt to modify that. And now we got a roof. Roof is done. I need that one small stick. Still got the small stick, and we need to craft, and we need a handle, axe handle. No, saw blade handle. Damn it! I need this. Give me that saw blade handle right there. A little bit of delay. Now we got that, and we need the nails. And this stuff should be done. Oh, 6 minutes to go. Anyways, craft it. Combine it. Yeah, remember that one trick I told you? You need the sharpening wheel done to actually sharpen the blade first, and you won't lose any durability on it, but we don't have any way to sharpen this right now, so we can't repair it. You know, the only thing we repair is with a grinding wheel or a sharpening stone, and there's no sharpening stones in this game yet, so that kind of sucks, right? You can't get a sharpening stone. At least I've never seen a sharpening stone and no way to craft a sharpening stone. Like, you know, craft with, you know, a small piece of flint from a large piece of flint. No sharpening stone. See, nothing. No sharpening stone in this game. Or even if they call it something else, because they like to do that too, right? Stone chunks. No, just not in the game yet. That would be nice and fun, but no. Craft it. We got a saw. 2 minutes. This is done, and so that's why I say make a second one right off the bat. If you think you only need 1, make 2. If 2 doesn't work, you make 5. Yeah, so that is done for now. Where's my pine cone thing? Over here, right? Water is done. Okay, well, we got a roof, and it's in the wrong direction. Oh well. Sloppy. I think it's got an overhang. Might have an issue with that later on. Oh well, we can always take it apart. So now we have a saw blade. And well, it's close to nighttime. We're going to need more of the other things too, so we'll just take this. Axe. dirt. 20.5, right? And a lot of dirt. Where's a nice big hill? This one looks ugly. That won't let me dig it. I'll just dig up here. Dirt. Okay. Still need a little bit more firewood. A little bit more firewood. Get a cart. Grab better, more firewood from farther away. We need to get that other stuff started too. But yeah, I'm just back and forth on stuff. I probably shouldn't even bother with this right now. You think? Like, I don't know why am I bothering making that the coal right now, and that's not the it's not in line on the priorities I actually need right at the moment. It's just craft with and no structures. Big one. And trees are over there. There we go. You can add a log like this to the fire if you want, but you don't get as much fuel as you do by chopping it in half. Yeah, you chop it in half, you get more fuel. That's 4 was the button I wanted to hit. Okay, so yeah, we got the stuff we wanted to build now, and we wanted to build our miscellaneous stuff here. We want this grinding wheel, and we want this workbench for ourselves. And I think we have to have this workbench done for the grinding wheel, and I think, yeah, I guess we can just build it anywhere we feel like it. But I guess we can be nice and build it underneath a roof. I guess we store tools in there too, right? So we don't want that out of the rain. Yeah, it doesn't matter, does it? That one there, and then the grinding wheel, we'll place that there. Okay, so lots of long planks needed. And you got that. And short planks and other things. Coal sitting there, and we needed a shovel too, right? So items, tools, chisel handle, shovel. We need this too, right? We also need iron for that, so we don't need that yet. Shovel 10. Long plank and short planks and it's a paddle, but yeah, same thing for the shovel. Short planks and long planks, so far away is good enough. Any little trees will do. Usually planks, I worry. I want to keep the planks if you get stuff that's individually farther away. Save for the future. It's like, the big clumps like that, you want to bring in your wagon and take everything. But when you're doing things like, like planks and stuff, you can do that from farther away because you're just doing one at a time. Is that it for lumber on you? Yeah, you don't get much lumber out of this, but yeah, it fills you up real fast though too. Which really sucks. Which reminds you of the priority of what you have when you're doing this, right? The first thing is not really to build that thing that you need to build over there. You know, the first one is to build that basin. So yeah, and remember that when you're doing all this stuff here, you want to get this thing done right away. And for that, we need short planks. So we need to craft with this and do this 5 times. And now we can craft that and make our basin. Yeah, so that was our priority right there. So yeah, that's why you want that full 500 nails. Because I remember the priorities, I just didn't remember the to actually do it properly, right? So we got the soaking basin. We'll keep it out of the grass for now, I guess. Well, we can put it on this side. It doesn't really matter. We'll put it here. Quick. Go faster. Oh yeah, we need salt too. Your stone fell apart. Yeah, okay. And we got lots of this crap here. Which, where is my? It's hard to see my leaf pile in the nighttime. Yeah, just some sticks. But anyways, this should be done. And we can go over here and see how much salt we have. Let's just put this down for now. Check out our smoking stuff first. So yeah, this one here, yeah, 9.5 for this. 0.006, yeah. So this smoked trout meat is a lot better than the other stuff. Well, we don't need to actually do that because we got that rabbit sitting there with that rabbit meat, so we should worry about that first after we fill this jug. Actually, we need to drink it first. Oh well. Now we can worry about placing this, checking out our salt, and we need like 500 salt, I believe, for this. Alright. I'm going to try going with 450 and just doing 9% on there. Because the water drains so fast, just so you can have a buffer, basically. So smoked bass meat, 0.5, and that. Yeah, that stuff is a lot better. Don't you agree? And our rabbit we dropped down here. We can cut this guy up, get its hide, and cook its meat, even though it's probably mostly bad now, right? This condition is pretty bad. 22 or 0.9. Yeah, we can judge it later. Rabbit hides. Huh. Okay, it just looked weird for a second, right? The different pictures. I'll pick up the jug. Looks like he's taking a dump. This is why you want these big jugs. This is why you want 2 of them, because you have to keep doing this over and over again too, to keep your hides up. Starting to get a little bit tired, I think. So yeah, it says 90% efficiency right now, and as the water content goes down, so will the that percentage will go up. I hope. I think. We will see. Put some pebbles there for now. So what else did we need besides lots of planks? The fire we are cooking the meat right just generally just cut shit down, basically, right? Is that a young tree? Oh, that was. Oh well, I might as well keep this here then, not waste it. Pole, posts, tall posts. Probably extend their base up this way, right? Close to here. Yeah, 22 food for 0.9 and versus this fish. That's 0.06, so yeah, I guess not eating the rabbit meat is kind of useless, right? Yeah, it's just condition is too bad for its quality. We can get rid of this salt for now, I guess. Cook it up. More fuel for our fire. Much junk in there still. Anyways, yeah, we're gonna have to go there and sleep in a second, anyways. But I still want some fuel for the next day. Yeah, fuel. Worry about the rest for the next day. That works. So we really need a wagon. Start carting all our stuff around. And salt is done. We're good to go. Good enough to sleep. Mysterious letter. I don't see the mysterious letter. Oh, mysterious cloaked figure, not the letter yet. Yeah, who are you? Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I don't believe prophecies. Yeah, what do you want? Okay, fine. I have no choice. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Enter the nearby swamp. So I don't have to give you that stuff yet. I gotta go to the swamp. Yeah, I'm working on it. And get rid of the flashing crap. There we go. Gave us some mushrooms, so we can go ahead and drink all this. And what do we want to do? So, got this stuff right here. So, what we do have though is this stuff right here. Remember, we made those little glass bottles. Remember, we got this jug right here too, and we want to build. We also want a wagon wheel, right? So let's under structures. Storage, wheelbarrow, and the wheel. And the wheel itself is we can do with a stone, so we can make a wheelbarrow right now. We got short planks and this stuff here. And what else do we need for that wheelbarrow? Structure. the wheelbarrow right there, is more planks and more of that. So it's just more short planks after the wheel and more nails. So yeah, that's going to be a big chunk of our nails right here, which we're going to have to use up too. Basically, all of them, just to make the hand cart. Just put all those in there for now. And yeah, short planks, because our first little thing that we wanted to do was clean up some room. This is the young tree. We'll save that young tree. Small tree. And chop. And saw. Saw and craft and stopper, chisel. We have a chisel. That was one of the first things we made ourselves. It's this guy right here. Chisel. What am I doing that for? We need to build this stuff, so I'll just take that for now. Do we need this fire going? Probably not. Like, that's not worth it now. It's already gone bad, so. And this stuff wasn't really worth it. Fine, I'll do it this way. Add it to the fire. Add it to the fire then. That should be long enough to smoke it. We'll take this out and drink it all, and then we'll dump it in our clay pot. Dump that in there. Yeah, I didn't have to do that, so we can fill this up and make some more water. Hey. Lots of little maintenance things I gotta do. I gotta get that stuff done. Maintenance, take out the mushrooms. Put them all in there. And then we can take this. Take that out and put that back in. Go in there. There we go. Put that back in. And what else do we got? We got some extra copper pieces here. Remember that. Extra food there. Some fish. Okay, bass kind of sucked, right? Trout. So lots of trout. Hey. I don't know why it was grayed out there for a second. Who knows? We'll try this for now. We'll just chuck that, and then this, that. That can go away. Cook them. They look the same at the start, though, don't they? But we got our lid and our stopper, so we can pick up our jar. We can get a lid on there, and then we can pick up this stuff here. because this is vinegar. And we can fill our covered clay jar. There we go. And now we have some nice containers for ourselves for the other recipe we're going to make. And we can just place this anywhere. How about out of the way over here for now. And this, yeah, that's the recipe. We have to wait for the water to boil before we can cook the other thing. Cook it up. We have the salt, I hope, right? Yeah, we got 80 salt. So we want 8 of these, 80 salt, and some thing. Oh, I still got this stuff here. Forgot about it. Forgot about this stuff. This is 9. No, just eat that. Might as well not waste a cured sausage. That's, you know, perfectly fine to eat. I got 3 of them. Okay, so what were we doing? Trying to build a wagon for ourselves so we can actually do this all the other stuff we gotta do faster. And for that we need planks. Get the nails on us. And rocks and twigs we don't need. Too much twigs. But we need to start so many fires. That's going to be helpful. So big trees. Let's get this done with bigger trees. Go. Large tree. Yeah, kind of slow, right? It's worn, it's dull. It's, you know, it all depends on what do you think, you know, what should I do for priorities now? It's like everything is pretty far away for carrying the wood and stuff like that, but you know, that sawing is like super slow. And you want to get that sharpening wheel done as fast as possible. No, I know doing this is fine. No, that's still pretty bad. Still take a while to get it. So should I go there and, like, you know, make the other thing up first? You just grab one. You suck. Grab another one at least. Yeah, just too much crap. Not enough space, my ass. What's taking up so much room here? Those sticks are not big enough. Too big. So I think maybe making the sharpening wheel would be the best bet, right? 2 more short planks. But the problem with that is this grinding wheel. And yeah. And it all depends on how far away that sandstone pile was. When I dumped this. 7 minutes. That sandstone thing was just right there, and that is not too bad to make the run with that sandstone chunk. You wouldn't be able to get the sandstone chunk unless you had iron first. So we can do this out of order. So that's the one benefit we got with that awesome find, right? Even though it's crappy, it's still an awesome find. We don't have to worry about going in, getting iron, and building all that stuff right away, because we can get that grinding wheel done, maybe. But we still need the chisel, I believe. I believe we have to have the real chisel for that. So that still means we have to have iron. So I don't think we can actually save any time at the end of the day. It's just the order of stuff. that we could save some time on. But anyways, now that we got this, we take this, we grab the bowl here for our thing, and we put the bowl in there. We fill that up full for 200 milliliters, and then we can drink the rest of this. Drink it, and then dump it. And we forgot to check our thing. We didn't even make our tanning beds yet, so that's another issue. We can check it out there. So it's at 36% in the water. Like, screw you, fill it back up. Yeah, so we forgot to do that, right? When you wake up in the morning, you're gonna make sure you refill that at 80. Well, it's already done, so we can't see it. So, but we have extra leeway on the time at least. Gotta build that other stuff, but. Had to build those tanning racks for ourselves, which requires a little other stuff. Well, for now, we're going to go over there and grab that big chunk of sandstone. Unless there was... I don't see any sandstone on this side close by. I don't remember seeing any. At least it stands out when you can see it. But I don't... Like, if it's... Closer than that, we'd be able to see it. So that's the issue right there. That solves that little thing. We're going to need some more rope, too. So you can find any cheap rope over here first. Did I mark the limestone over here? Yeah, looks like it did. As we search. Now we're going to cook one of these up, so might as well have another one as backup, right? Dandelions are nice and light. We need more clay to make more bushes. All the stuff. You need like everything. Just run around and just grab everything over and over again, and you're still going to be fine. Either way you spend your time. This doesn't go into our inventory anyways because it is so damn big. This is what you want. You want a wagon for this. There we go. Oh, that's not even a real chunk. If it'll break into a proper chunk or not. Yeah, it did. Large sandstone chunks. We need our stamina back, so good time to craft some rope. And I don't think there's anything else close by, so let's go. You picked it up. So you try and pick this thing up there. It's bigger. It even says you can't be stored in your inventory. Even if you got the bigger backpack, it just won't work. This water should not be moving me. They should fix that. You're carrying a big rock like that, the water is not going to push you. And you definitely can't swim with it, that's for sure. But now that it's here, yeah, I don't think we can get away with actually doing anything with it. So, craft. Requires a workbench. So let's drop it. So we do need to make this thing first. So we need lots of large planks, and we have this. So we were doing that recipe, weren't we? And I don't know why I didn't start it. Why didn't I start it? Okay, sidetrack. Craft. Cut this up. Put them all in there. Put all that in there. Take all of those, put 2 back, and take the salt. Let's get it all, I guess. Split that down to 80. There, and we can make some hearty soup. Boil that up. With a perfect tuner knife, it doesn't make very much, then you might as well just grab one of those bottles now. And we have to start crafting some of the other stuff, which means we need... what did I want the rope for, anyways? Build a wagon. And we're not building the wagon first. We want to build this crap first, so we don't need the wagon. But we do need the rope eventually. What else do we got that's taking up space? It's the twigs, the dandelions, of course, we gotta get rid of. And the chisel we can't use yet, anyways. Yeah, we'll cook up that salt next. Okay, this is smoked. So yeah, there's that smoked bass. So smoking the bass meat, now we can guarantee and tell you that this is screwed up badly, right? Smoked up bass, 0.5 for blight, and only 7 food, and versus like 10 food for the trout at 0.05. So yeah, bass can get lost. So, and that's totally wrong. Bass meat is perfectly good. It's just as good as trout meat. Bass are nice and chunky, fat chunks. But yeah, I think that the meat stuff is okay. I guess it is kind of accurate. You do get a little bit more meat, better meat off of trout, but the blight should be different. Should be the same. You should get the same blight value. Anyways, I'm just sitting around waiting for that to happen, which I shouldn't be doing, right? I need to make that other stuff. Build, tanning, these things here. Doesn't matter. Put tanning bed, pick them up. There's a little bit of room, and I want 2 of these guys. So 9 and 4. Where'd my rope go? You went into that one there? No, you go in this one here. 9 and 4. I don't have 9. Oh, you picked up too much mushrooms. I should try smoking the mushrooms. I forgot about that. Pine branches. I got some. So it's going to take a minute. No, longer than a minute, maybe. That's pretty neat. Not the right amount, just need rope now. Take one of these out and put it on there. There we go. That is started. Now we can go to here and we can fill our glass bottle, and bam, we have some anti-blight juice for ourselves. And now we need to cook all this stuff. Cook that and that's all we need to cook it for, is that 45 minutes. So let's just drop that there for now. And get some of these twigs here, I guess, right? There we go. That'll cook that salt. So, yeah, forgot the smoke. See if we can. Damn it. That'd be nice if we could smoke this stuff, right? It is good food. It is pretty 0.05, 0.05, so, you know, a third is good, roughly. A third as good as trout is for eating. Smoked trout, that is. Oh, you just eat it anyways, right? Instead of wasting it all. There we go. We have 10 rope? No, we don't got 10 rope, so no point in that. So what we were doing was basically... What the hell? Getting some sticks. That's about it. Just get more logs. Stop thinking about it, just do it. I don't think there wasn't a filter for auto pickup, was there? In the settings somewhere. Pick up everything after. Oh yeah, I got the extra ginseng there. I thought I must have been hiding there. Huh. That was a nice number, 420. Good. That's a good number for salt. Oh, I still got a plank on me. Hey? How much what do I need here? Short planks? don't even need this one. Make stockpile. I guess right here is not a pathway. Oh, you gotta. So I need these rocks here. Yay, we got this done. So we needed this, and we now got a tool storage. So we can take that out. Put that in there, and let's see if it'll let us build it. Got a workbench and craft this. No, you need a real chisel. So we do need iron first, as I expected. So we do need that iron. Can't save any time on that. So wagon it is. So if we're building a wagon next, so we can get some real iron and stuff, the wagon was 30 nails, was it? Structure, storage, wagon, 30. And 10. So now we need a lot of short planks. Big tree. Are you? Nope, you're still a small tree. I haven't seen a coyote or a bear yet. Usually you'd see coyotes right off the bat, right? Yeah, this right here is the reason why I said make 2 saws, because there's like no way to actually get your sharpening stuff done without doing all this sawing, and this is pretty damn bad, right? Listen, we're going like, you know, we're not using all our stamina up, but our saw blade is completely dull now. Zero %, 0.1 damage. And imagine doing this at regular speed. So when I said, like, you know, make sure you make 2, it's definitely something you're going to have to want to do. It's like, we're getting nowhere at this with. Screw that. Put this saw away. twigs. Lots of junk, right? Lots of junk. And what I don't want to do with this this one right here, and chuck that over there. And we want a stick. So the next thing for advice is to keep this with you, because the durability and of the saw doesn't matter when you're cutting planks. This part here doesn't matter. So we want to keep the weak one with us, and then make sure you pick that one for cutting stuff in half, and save the durability on your saw handle. There we go. Combine. There we go. Oops. So yeah, all these long planks, we don't want long planks, we want short planks. So when you go here and craft, and make sure you click on this one here, that's dull and useless, and then saw in half with that. So actually, this does look like it's affecting the speed right there, right? But this is okay. In my book, at least. We'll stop on the last one and see the difference. Yeah, it makes a difference, but not the difference that I really care about at the moment. So, how much is the build with the wheel? Hand, not the hand cart, the wheelbarrow wheel. Can't be stored in inventory, so yeah, let's not do that. We'll just cut another tree down here first and work our way with that. The knife is a lot smaller, so we'll do that. And there's a big tree. And we'll save as much of that saw blade as possible until we actually have all that other stuff that we need. Still gonna build that grinding wheel, so we should worry about that too. Some sticks. Yeah. Yeah. Those are short planks. I'll drop one and pick up the big plank. There we go. Yeah, I'm right here, so it doesn't matter. Craft and structure. structures. Open and change to a rock and craft a wheelbarrow wheel. Escape, escape. Sideways. Probably not good enough. Or maybe it is. Stone fell apart. Well. You need a stone to break apart a stone, so. But we were getting close to that anyways. Craft. Hey. Be better, more responsive, please and thank you. Yay, we got the first thing done. Got the cart done. Yeah, so this is all done except for that. So we don't need these planks right now. So now what we need to do is go collect iron. We are short on food and water and stuff. Eat that and eat this stuff. 8 food. Yeah, good enough. Eat that, pick up this. Fill it up. Good enough. Probably going to be cooking water after this, so we can place that in there and dump this somewhere. Keep all the basic shit with me. Actually, I don't need to keep the saw with me, do I? I don't need to keep that one with me. This one's junk, and I do need to keep the other stuff, so. Now that our food is done, just our tiredness is what we got to worry about, and we have to be able to craft the other thing too, which is we haven't even started that one yet. So we can take this, and take one of those out there, craft with, and structures and smelting, and the bloomery thing here. So we need one of these too. How come this is? There you go. Why was it sideways, and how'd that happen? And how do I do it again? Because that would be neat to place that thing on the side angle. But anyways, we got the stump right there, so this will be good enough. Yeah, a little bit more room. There we go. So when we build that, then we can just go to the stump here and forge it. And we have to get rid of the stick pile. I'll just put it there for now. That should be good enough. So we need lots of clay too. But that's going to be on the way. Might help if you actually ran too. So I haven't seen any predators yet. And I haven't seen any rain yet. And I go in this direction. Very, very slowly. At least it's not mud. And we're getting close to our done being what we're doing, or whatever. Yeah, I haven't seen anything besides little rabbits running around. Yeah, I wanted to kind of make a shovel too, but they are quite big and they don't fit in a tool slot. Which kind of sucks. So we'll go Oh, we got some clay right there. I'm let's take my time wrong. It should be 2 hours, right? Oh, wrong tab. 2 hours. Yeah, it is 2 hours. Okay. Just double checking that silliness. In case it went over to 3 hours, because that happens. 2 hours is almost done. We're going to go there and grab some iron. How much iron do we need? Well, a chisel is 6, I believe. Getting a better pick. I got to take this one apart and make a new one. So I don't need a new handle at least, and that's gonna lose 2 off of that. So I need the crucible thing built for that also. So that needs at least 8 iron to start with. So I need to get at least 8 iron, which is to get 10 normally is it's kind of okay. You still got to make your way to like a real cave probably. And we can run through there and pick it up first to see how much iron you get out of there. But that cave was a decent cave. That's, like above average cave for iron nodes and loose iron sitting around. What is wrong with you? Oh yeah, sand. You don't bring your wheelbarrow into sand or mud. Keep it far away from that stuff. Because we're pretty close there. I think I'll just make my way to the cave and then stop there. But I can't do anything without the clay too, so I'm just going to grab all that while I can. I want all of it, even the stuff hiding underneath the tree there. And that was like 500 grams of it. I don't remember. Did I start that clay, that thing? See, there's the sand. Get on there. Get back on the dirt patch. I don't remember if I actually started that kiln thing or not. I know I did the ingredients, but I was jumping back and forth from so many things because there's so much crap you want to get done. Where am I here? Re-hit the Alt key so I can see stuff. I can go up this and then down. Except for that sand part there, which was a surprise. Which trees you gotta go by. Yeah, with wagons you don't have to worry about falling down stuff. They help you, like they balance you out and you don't take fall damage as much or something like that. It's the you're part of the wagon, I guess. It's considering you as part of the wagon for falling and stuff. So as long as it's touching part of the ground, that means you're not actually falling anywhere. But there we go. Can we bring this guy into the cave? No, you can't. That's cool. Let's see how much we get. Sometimes you won't be able to see it. It might be hiding underground and stuff like that too. There was no more. That was the copper that we did. See, I missed that one. if we have room. We'll keep that with us. We'll go to our left. Anything to craft? Nope. Gotta wait for that stamina to regenerate anyways. Was that all of it? Left. There we go. I knew there was more. There was water and stuff like that. Anything fall in there? Don't pick up that crap. What are these mushrooms here? The tall white ones are pretty poisonous. So we got 3 more iron. So go there, and so we'll add, oh, we got one in our hand. So in the cave we found what's in that thing there, and then 4, and the rest of the iron we collect here doesn't count. For an average number of how much iron you can find in a mine. Just for, well, one point for an average at least. So you get a rough estimate. I want the bigger backpack too. And now that we got tanning started, we can just make sure we go put some more rabbit traps down there and kill them and stuff. Make a better pick, but yeah. This was a lot slower and more involved process when I didn't use this fast forward thing, because even this fast forward option with the no stamina is a lot faster than you know, having full stamina and going it without it. And then it gives you time to sit back and take a drink, all that kind of stuff. But we are past that 2-hour mark by now. So, I'm going to hurry up and finish this and get out and save it. And see what we got after that. So, hurry up in mine. Almost done. Well, this looks like a pretty big chunk. Okay, it is. It is good. That last part was easier. The stuff went flying everywhere, didn't it? Now it's just getting out of here. No other bad junk. So, we had, and then 4 more, right? That is what we found in there, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 12. So we found 14 without mining anything. 14 without mining anything, which is good enough to get started. And I'm not gonna leave just yet. I'm gonna sit there and mine some more when I come back. But for now, I'm gonna end it and then start the next episode after done the break and all that kind of stuff. And go from there and start off with the mining once again. And I'm gonna top it off so I have a close to a full bolt of inventory on here. For iron at least, and I'm gonna make some room for some more clay and take the other side of the that thing there. So I'll have to leave a few slots open. So I'm not gonna get very much more. Like the one iron node did a pretty good number for the how much iron you get. So probably just farm like one more iron node basically, then make my way back to my base and then go from there with the clay and farming that up there and making those crucibles and stuff and doing all the iron tooling and things like that, like breaking this guy apart, making your full one, and getting the chisel done so I can make sharpening tools. Well, chisel first, and then this other stuff. I'll let it sit in the heat so I can have everything at maximum when I first start. But anyways, there you go. We're ending it here. Thanks for watching. Episode 3 was what I said we're gonna do, is get that stuff done. And then maybe start some hunting too, so because we get some more furs. And I guess the next thing after building all that crap would be going to the swamp and getting that poisonous stuff. But we need a lot more smelting and things like that kind of stuff to do. So that's the main thing. Since the food is not an issue anymore with that fish trap, that's just so easy and awesome. You got food and water, and very low blight so far, even though I'm not even doing everything perfect, just wasting our time. And our blight's still pretty damn low for day 4 at least. Anyways, there you go. Thanks for watching, and I will see you later.